And He went to Calvary one day, and there on the cross, He, for one time for all, conquered the greatest enemy that man's ever had. He conquered death for us all. Then when He died, that did not end it. He still had to be the mighty conqueror. So the Bible said that He went and preached to the souls that were in prison, that rejected the message of Enoch and of Noah that we spoke about last night, and of all the others, of those in Sodom, and those who had rejected the prophets. He witnessed to them that He was the answer to every prophet's message, the mighty conqueror. But they had passed between death and life, the separating line, and there was no hopes for them. He went into the regions of the devils, demons. He scattered them, and right to the very pits of dark hell He went. Still in existence, though His body was quite on the cross, He was still the great and mighty conqueror. And after 1900 years has passed, He's still the mighty conqueror. And He will forever be the mighty conqueror. Then when He got to the very doors of hell, if we could use a little drama here, the devil steps out and says, "So I finally got you. So you finally arrived. I tried to destroy that seed all along. I destroyed Abel, I thought I had you. When I destroyed the prophets, I thought I had you. I was sure when I got John that I got you. But now here you are, and you're in my kingdom, and you're under my domain, and you're in my power. For you died as a sinner." I can hear Him say, "Satan, I am the virgin-born Son of God. My blood's still wet on the cross. I have met every just requirement for Adam's fallen race, and I've come down here to conquer and to take over." Amen. Reached to the devil and grabbed the keys of death and hell and hung him on his own side and kicked him into the pits where he belongs. Still the mighty conqueror. He started back to the earth, triumph over death and hell, to win the victory over the grave. But as He went up along the great path, He heard some hymns being sung, and He knew He was coming near the gates of paradise, where those who heeded the message of Noah, those who heeded the message of the prophets, were waiting, because they could not go up. There was a mist of sin over the earth, and the blood of bulls and calves and sheep could not atone for the human. Therefore they were kept in a place called paradise. There was a mist hanging over of sin. They could not ascend up, only He that come down. And He walks to the door, and He knocks lightly at the door. Father Abraham opens up the door, and he stood spellbound. And he said, Sarah, come here just a moment. Isn't that the same one that you baked the cakes for? Isn't that the one that sat under the oak tree that day? Sarah said, that's the one that had his back turned to the tent, and he perceived my thought when I laughed at what he said. He said, children, I've come to take you now. I've conquered that horrible thing called sin. And just then, right over behind his shoulder, Abraham's shoulder, and Sarah standing looking, I can see another head moving up. And it was perhaps an elderly-like man. And he looked over the shoulder of Abraham, and he too stood spellbound. It was the prophet Daniel. He said, that stone that I saw cut out of the mountain without hands, that would destroy the kingdoms of the world. Someone come running. Who was it? It was that prophet Ezekiel. He looked over the shoulder of the prophet and he said, as he stood spellbound, there is the wheel in the middle of the wheel that I saw turning way up in the middle of the air. Each one had seen him in the form that they preached of him in. Oh, what will it be when we see him as the rose of Sharon, as the lily of the valley, as the fairest of 10,000s to my soul? What will he be? Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the root and the offspring of David, the bright and the morning star. And as they went out, he conquered the grave. And then there was a great mist hanging over the earth yet. So he had to conquer that mist of sin, that mist of stench of the sins of the people. And with his own blood, his vesture dipped in blood, he conquered the atmospheres above. Blessed be His holy name. He cut the fogs of hell from place to place until He cut a hole through the sky that Adam's lost children could pray through to the victory. He conquered the atmospheres. He conquered sin. He conquered death. He conquered hell. And He rose triumphantly.